Alright, we have a big show today. We have a lot of cards through. This kind of feels like a podcast, I think.
Yeah.
In terms of prep, and there's a lot of stuff to do. If you haven't known this, we do a podcast every Saturday night. It's called Trash Talk on this channel. If you want to listen to that, go check it out. But today, it's the Hearthstone report.
Yeah.
And we are reviewing a lot of cards.
There's literally a million new cards.
That's not true.
There's literally 45 new cards.
You're literally lying your ass off, I think. Yeah, that's better. So we're just gonna get right into this, right? Because that's really the main point of this entire week. Of course, a lot of Rastakhan's cards being revealed, and we're gonna start off with Iron, Hyde, and Direhorn. 7 mana, 7/7, Druid minion, overkill summon, a 5/5 Ironhide runt.
Probably important to note it's also a beast.
It's also beast, right?
And I'm fairly certain so are the runts.
Yes, would make sense. So, big beast druid, a thing? Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. 7/7, Starliner comes to mind.
Talking about big 7/7s.
Oh yeah.
9 mana 7/7 neutral legendary beast. Undasta. It has rush and overkill. Summon a beast from your hand.
That seems really strong on first sight because it's also neutral. You can play it in a lot of stuff. I can see this go down in Death Rattle Hunter. It can fit really, really well because you get those beasts like Charged Devil Sword, King Cross. You get them on your hand and you can't really pull them out.
So yeah, the large stats allow it to very likely overkill.
Yeah, with rush too.
I was about to say, the rush allows you to actually get to that point before your opponent can remove it.
You can pull it with Katharina yourself, and yeah, it seems really, really good. I think this is going to see a lot of play.
So, the next card is Angry Chicken.
Yeah, it's worse than Angry Chicken. It's Gurubashi Chicken.
It's actually better than Angry Chicken.
No, I think it's worse. I think it's actually worse than Angry Chicken. It's Gurubashi Chicken. It is 1 mana, 1/1 beast, overkill, gain +5 attack.
Yes.
I think it's worse.
Just like Angry Chicken, you have to buff it for it to work.
Correct. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a meme card. It's Gurubashi pack filler. That's what it is. 7 mana, Paladin spell, a new challenger. Discover a 6-cost minion, summon it with Taunt and Divine Shield.
Really good.
Best case, you think so?
Yeah.
Not even sure. Best case scenario, Sunwalker. I don't know. Sunwalker is the one that already has Taunt and Divine Shield.
Yeah. Also, you're summoning it. So the idea is, getting a random 6-drop for 7 doesn't seem worth it. It would probably have to be about 8 mana. Just for it to be worth it, but you're also getting Taunt and Divine Shield.
You're getting Taunt and Divine Shield. And you get a Discover, which makes it a little bit better. But there's always a chance of getting garbage.
Yeah, but I feel the Taunt and Divine Shield makes it pretty good. And the fact that it's Discover and not just summon a random
maybe
means that you're probably going to have something with at least 6 mana worth of stats.
Maybe it'll see play in a big spell kind of control pally with Shambhala and all that. Perhaps. Now this one's I'm excited about. Zen Teemo. 3 mana Shaman legendary. It's a 1/3. Whenever you target a minion with a spell, it also targets adjacent minions. That looks really strong. That is incredibly good.
Unstable Evolution.
Stable Evolution. I like this minion a lot. I mean
that's the thing that probably most people don't think about. I mean, obviously, offensive potential. Pretty much any damage dealing spell can
Unstable is really strong.
Be almost a board clear, but
Hex is a board clear.
Yeah.
I mean that's like a really good card. I think it's gonna be played a lot. Maybe even goes into Walk. It might go into the Walk, I don't know. But we'll see. Next we have a Water Boy.
Yeah, it's a 2 mana 2/1 that has Battle Cry. Your next hero power this turn costs 0.
I don't like it.
It's basically a 0 mana 2/1 if you wanted to use your hero power that turn.
Yes, it is. But the thing is, this would go in control, right? And I don't know if this fits in any sort of aggro deck. Goes into control, but control doesn't really spam their deck with very small minions with small effects. You want spells removal.
Well, the idea would be that the one deck that I could see this work with, or two actually situations that I could see this work, is with Shadow Reaper Anduin. Because by playing him, you also refresh your hero power.
That's correct.
And it then costs 0, so it's basically like playing a 1-drop.
For 1, yeah. But still, in a control priest, is this worth a spot?
And then
I don't think so.
In an aggressive hunter deck, maybe?
Maybe that.
maybe in an aggressive paladin deck, although I don't really see a non-odd aggressive paladin deck coming up.
Yeah,
anytime
even
soon.
isn't that aggressive, and
Yeah, and the problem is if it's even, the reduction is worth less.
Yeah, exactly. And the one Silverhand dude, I don't see. I see this as kind of an awkward card. I don't see it, but the next one is strong.
Yeah, talk about hero powers.
Yeah, Janalai the Dragonhawk, Mage, legendary, 7 mana, 4 Battlecry. If your hero power dealt 8 damage this turn, summon
Ragnaros the Fire Lord.
Oh, Reggie coming back. Now they're doing this more often now, apparently, with the old school stuff. We started off with Toki, and now we get a specific minion from the past, Hall of Fame back, and it's Reggie. This looks good. I mean, this looks strong. This is gonna find a way in Control Mage for sure.
And I think, maybe more importantly, this could open up an entirely new archetype.
Like combo style?
Odd Mage.
Odd Mage.
Well, it's not an entirely archetype, but it's
Yeah,
one that's
yeah,
not really played.
I can see Odd Mage, maybe
Like,
an Odd Control style
Hero power centric Odd Mage, because you're getting it more easily procced.
Yep.
And
You're
it
doing
is
more damage.
an odd cost card.
You only use it 4 times and you get your free Reggie.
Exactly. And you also have some other cards that synergize with hero powers here that are odd costed as well.
And Ragnaros was really, really strong, so that seems like an incredible card. Now the next one isn't actually going with that, Spirit of the Dragonhawk. It's a 2 mana card, so it does not go along with that, possibly intentionally designed as such. Stealth for 1 turn, hero power also targets adjacent minions. I still like this.
Those two cards do go well together, but it doesn't go well together with the evens and odd thing.
It doesn't
of
go
course.
in the odd, but it still goes alright together.
Yeah.
It looks
I mean,
pretty
of course, with the Dragonhawk together, you already get the situation where you only need 3 hits
correct.
to get it off, so that's pretty good.
So that they are building a hero power centered mage, and the next card also suggests this. Daring Fire Eater, 1 mana, 1/1 Battlecry. Your next hero power this turn deals 2 more damage.
Again, it's an odd card.
Yeah. Put this with the Spirit of the Dragonhawk in the non-odd. That's 6 damage dealt by hero power.
That is true.
That's almost all the way there to a free Reggie. 4/5 mana. It's pretty good.
I still think that the odd mage would be more reliable in pulling it off,
Maybe.
but
Well, we'll see how it develops. Next is
as you said, you can also just go into an existing deck, because in a more controller-oriented deck, you are going to have turns where you have extra mana to just hero power, or you might actually want to take out something with 1 health.
Well, so we'll see how it develops. Next, we have some another attempt at the making discard Warlock work. We get.
I really like this.
Hey, you always like it, but it's never good.
No, but know what I'm saying? This time, it's less random,
Yeah, that's true.
which means it might actually work.
Maybe.
Somewhat.
But we get Shriek, a 1 mana spell, discard your lowest cost card, deal 2 damage to all minions. I don't see where this goes, because this card isn't really control style, and you don't want to deal 2 to the board if you're playing aggressive.
Yes.
Next one is High Priestess. What's it? Jacklick, right. Taunt and lifesteal when you discard this, add 2 copies of it to your hand. Again, not an aggressive thing. More of a control style. And does control go with quest? I don't know.
It doesn't necessarily have to go with a quest, it's just something to get it discarded somewhat reliably, meaning it has to be the lowest cost card in your hand, and then just go.
Yeah, but does control go with the quest? Like, would you run quest and build a control deck around it? I don't know. Maybe.
Of course, the quest is more control oriented than its aggro,
I don't think so.
but because you get it out too late for it to really be aggro potential, it just gives you late game board control.
Well, board control, more like a push. But the deck around it is typically pretty quick, because you want to get it out.
Which is why a lot of people actually drop the quest in the discard world, because it was too slow.
Exactly. So Reckless Dire Troll is the next one, 3 mana, 2/6 with Taunt, Battlecry, discard your lowest cost card. Same idea.
I mean, this and the Priestess alone do go well enough together.
Well, yeah, still control oriented. I still don't think it's gonna work anywhere near, but we'll see. 6 mana, 6/6 Soul Warden, Battlecry, add 3 random cards you discarded this game to your hand. Now with this, maybe better.
It can get you the High Priestess back.
Yeah,
Then you hopefully discard it multiple times.
Yeah, it gets you the stuff back that you discarded. So that's definitely one of the better ones, I think. I'm not sure if the archetype's gonna work, but might as well go all out on it now. Ungoros rotating along with its quests in a few months.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have said that before about some of the stuff that they're doing.
So
it's like, oh yeah, give something that's strong with Angoro cards or something else that's rotating out now, because giving it one last hooray because it's not going to be in there for long.
Like they did Reno, and then Getchizen came out with the duplicate non-dupes cards. Smolder, Thorn, Lancer. 3 mana, 3/2 for Warrior. Battle Cry. If you're holding a dragon, destroy a damaged enemy minion.
Now, the idea of Dragon Warrior has been around since the dungeon runs, at the very least, I believe.
Yeah.
And they're now really going for it. There is this card, there's another one that's coming up later, that do support the idea of dragons and warrior.
We do need some more warrior-specific dragons, I think.
I was about to say, in the current state of the game, I don't really see Dragon Warrior becoming a thing.
We'll see how that... I don't think this is going to overtake control-style Odd Warrior anytime soon. Raiding Party, 3 mana rogue spell. Draw 2 pirates from your deck, combo, and a weapon.
Kingsbane?
Maybe Kingsbane. Yeah, I think this goes in Kingsbane. Because you do play a lot of pirates around that with the support. You got the green skin, you got the deckhands, and the Dread Corsairs.
That enough to bring Kingsbane back to standard, though?
Kingsbane is in standard, a very friendly deck in standard, but I mean the Cold Light Oracles being taken out took so much, pun intended, wind out of the sails.
Yeah, because this just gives them 3 mana, draw 3 cards, which is a similar value to Cold Light, except that you're not buffing your opponent.
Well, you're not milling your opponent.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
The main idea of the Cold Light was actually to cycle through your deck while possibly defeating combo pieces of your opponent.
That's true.
Grave Horror, 12 mana, 7/8, taunt for priest, costs 1 less for each spell you've cast this game.
So close to being a giant.
Yeah, very close. I'm not sure if this will find its way into a control priest. If, like, at some point you have the slot or the time to actually put this in.
The problem is the way the control priest works right now, you don't really need it.
Exactly, you don't really play that.
And if you don't need it, you're not going to add it because you have other cards that you more need.
Yeah, seems a little bit of no man's land right now. 3 mana, Untamed Beastmaster, 3/4. Whenever you draw a beast, give it +2/+2. Now this looks somewhat promising if you can reliably draw beasts.
Yeah, also the other thing is, I would much rather have this have worse stats in stealth than the way it is right now, because it's easily removed.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no downside to it. It's good stats.
That's
like I said, it's a good minion if it's just vanilla, but you're probably gonna combo this with some type of with some type of beast drop. So, yeah, maybe it's gonna be good.
Yeah, the thing is, this probably goes in the druid if there's gonna be a beast druid.
Maybe a hunter too.
But the problem with hunter is that it doesn't really have card draw.
Yeah, hunter needs more draw. I would agree with that to really make this work. Spirit of the Tiger, the Paladin Spirit, is next. 4 mana, 0/3 style for 1 turn. After you cast a spell, summon a tiger with stats equal to its cost. Huh.
This, once again, goes with the entire idea of the new spell-oriented control paladin of playing big spells, getting your Shavala down. Yep. We talked about the 7 mana spell, the new challenger.
So yeah, that looks I mean, just a 6/6 tiger along with that? Not bad at all. Grawl the Shark.
7/7 actually.
No, you can't play it on the same turn.
Oh, you mean
with the 4 mana.
I thought you meant specifically with
the
new
that case, yeah.
Because it does have stealth for 1 turn.
Right. Grawl the Shark is the rogue legendary.
Yeah.
And it has Battlecry, eat a minion in your deck and gain its stats. Death Rattle added to your hand. First idea was obviously the darkness.
Oh.
But how reliably can you do that? In fact, I don't think you can.
Well, I mean, the question is, can you build a deck that has nothing with bad stats in it, and then still somewhat reliably pull this off? Because if you build like a giant deck, like the old school handlock maybe, something along those lines, but for rogue, this might work, because if you have a 5 mana 10/10, that's already good enough.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
And then you're adding a giant to your hand when it dies.
Yeah, indirectly draws your card as well.
Which is going to be an 8/8 that you're going to be able to play for like a single digit mana, under 5 mana probably.
Not sure if that's enough to build this around.
Yeah, that's the idea. The question is, can you build it?
Exactly. Next one is 10 mana 9/6 legendary Hakar the Soul Flayer. Death Rattle shuffle a corrupted blood into each player's deck.
Yes.
It's an interesting idea.
I was wondering whether or not Hakar was going to be in this expansion, and it perfectly makes sense for a lower-centric expansion to have this kind of an important character in the...
I wonder if there's going to be some kind of combo going along with this. Probably is. I don't know.
I mean, that's the idea, right? Like, if you want to do this, you probably want
maybe
to
in
do it
in like a warlock style when you already played Void Contract and kind of gotten the decks down, getting your opponent to draw those. I don't know.
There was also the idea of just
in Rogue it probably works.
Finding a way to maybe get them out of your own deck again. There's a few ideas.
Well, Stalking Geist.
Yeah.
But that gets them out of the opponent's deck too. But no, just diluting your deck, academic espionage, like playing it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's gonna be an idea. I don't know.
Oh yeah, shuffle rogue with the augmented LX to get double effect and everything. Yeah.
And the Fellow Striders and all that. So 4 mana 4/4 Zendalari Templar Paladin. Battlecry, if you restore 10 health this game, gain +4/+4 and taunt. 4 mana 8/8 with taunt.
They ruined the meme.
Yeah. Should have been +3/+3.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And no taunt either. And it should have been Flame Wrath
Well, taunt is okay. I mean, that's how the Hook Reavers work.
Yeah. But we're talking about Flame Wrath Faceless.
Well, I mean, the entire joke is that there is like 3 or 4 cards now that you can play for 4 mana that are 7/7s.
Yeah, but not the original one.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, this I don't know. It looks pretty. If the control pally happens and you restore all the health by spells, and maybe with the legendary that's coming up later, which is easily possible, this might be a very good inclusion.
Again, everything points towards control palette.
Yeah, that's what they're pushing because we've seen enough aggro palette, at least in Blizzard's eyes.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's true. I like my odd pally, but that's what they're doing. War Master Boone is the warrior legendary 4 mana 4/3 and it battlecry. Copy all dragons in your hand again. Dragons.
Yeah, this can be really strong.
It can be, but is it?
Well, I mean, I've seen the idea. Well, I mean, I've watched the video. I've seen the idea of like getting this off, then Boomship.
Yeah, Boomship, of course.
Because a lot of the dragons are high-costed cards.
Yeah.
Unsure how effective it's actually realistically going to be, but
not sure.
Warrior has the tools.
You need to commit to dragons if you want to do this. 2 mana, 2/2 Fire Tree Witch Doctor. Battlecry, if you're holding a dragon discover spell. Might also go into that warrior deck.
Well, I mean, if you're committing to having a huge dragon package in there, you might as well have that card.
It's kind of reminds me a little bit of the librarian, not the librarian, what's it called? The one that used to be different Karazhan, used to be in the Dragon Priest for a while.
Oh yeah, I know. And
you
I know what
which
you're talking
one,
about,
right?
but yeah.
The Once Upon a Time, and it always shows up as Draconid Operative later into Draconid and all that, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, Revenge of the Wild, 2 mana hunter spell, summon your beast that died this turn.
Flark's Boomzooka.
Yeah, this looks really good. I mean, wow. Just unleash the hounds. There's actually, I think someone actually composed an OTK idea of unleashing the hounds with double Direwolf and Timberwolf, sorry.
Yeah.
And like playing Wild Pyromancer and this in the correct order to unleash the hounds again with 3 attack and all that, but then you got the problem that your Pyromancer kills the hounds before or something of that sort. But yeah, this looks good. I mean,
again, Flark's Boomzooka seems pretty obvious here.
Death Rattle Hunter.
I was about to say anything Death Rattle.
Pull that stuff out, and then Death Rattle get like 20 plus charge damage on the board with the Devil Swords, or even just the Witchful Grizzlies, or the King Crunch, of course, looks strong. Amani War Bear, 7 mana, 5/7 Rush and Taunt Beast. Probably good in Arena, not sure. Probably not going to see constructed play, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
There's just better beasts for that type of cost. Now this next one I kind of do like. 2 mana, Shaman Weapon, 1/3 Lick'em. I like the picture. It's a frog with tongue.
Yeah.
Has 2 attack while you have overloaded mana crystals, which is easy enough to do.
Yes.
And a 2 mana 3/3 weapon is pretty strong. I don't know if it goes to even Shaman. Maybe it does.
The problem with the overload is you said it's easy to get, which is true.
Yeah.
But is it easy to get it on 3 turns somewhat closely together exactly when you need it?
Well, first of all, if you play Lick'em, then overload. Something to overload, it has a 3 attack on that turn and the next turn as well. Because
yes, that's true.
So I think this is gonna be good. I like this. I think it's gonna be a good weapon. And this one is one has been talking about the High Priest Thekel for Paladin. 3 mana, 3/4, good stats. Battlecry, convert all but one of your hero's health into armor, allowing for a lot of healing to be done.
Yeah, and as far as I'm aware, there's no way to circumvent armor.
Yeah. No easy way to. Well, you could as a warrior then like Reckless Flurry or something.
Well,
no.
yeah.
But no,
But I'm saying-
Alex Rawls does not take armor away. That's correct.
But I'm saying, like, there is no way to be like, oh yeah, I'm dealing damage ignoring your armor or something. So
That doesn't
you know,
exist. So this one, yeah.
if it did, it would be way too risky. But this
course.
way,
This is why healing is possible, healing up to quite a lot, and also enabling those other cards like the Templar.
I mean, effectively, if you're theoretically not building a deck around this at all, it's just a 3-mana 3/4,
Which is good enough.
which yeah,
You
is
can put
okay.
an end to every Paladin and be cool.
And then of course, Paladin does have healing.
Mm-hmm.
Paladin does have healing synergies. So yeah,
That would go into one of those. Walk the plank, 4-mana rogue spell, destroy an undamaged minion. Possibly pretty alright in arena. I don't see the constructed. At least as long as the Vilespine Slayer is still
yeah. The problem is
still around.
Assassinate is one more expensive, but it doesn't have a condition to it,
Yes.
which seems almost equal. And then what Vilespine Slayers are just better than Assassinates.
Exactly.
So,
So as long as Vilespine,
this doesn't feel like it's happening.
not gonna happen. There's a combination there with Galvanizer, Mecha'thun, prep this to kill your own Mecha'thun off.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know how that's gonna turn out. We'll have to see about if that's actually a thing.
But not as a normal control card. anyways.
Probably not. Rabble Bouncer, 7 mana, 2/7 taunt, costs 1 less for each enemy minion.
Means it could go down to 0.
Yeah. I'm not sure about this. I'd rather still have my MC Tax and my Spreading Plagues and
The question becomes, at what point is this worth it?
yeah.
I mean, comparisons, Stegodon comes to mind, which is one lower in each stat. Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't think it's gonna be.
I mean, this effectively is either a bad 5-drop or a good 4-drop. Good-ish 4-drop. So, yeah.
They're already kind of in trouble if one has that many minions. So, well, we'll see. Soup Vendor, 2 mana, 1/4. It's a refreshment vendor, but he's serving soup. Hopefully it's funnel cake soup. But whenever you restore 3 or more health to your hero, draw a card. Potentially good.
And this, once again, can go in the healing-oriented Control Paladin or in the Priest, of course.
Also goes with refreshment vendor.
Yeah, and
Synergizes.
And it goes with potentially the Zulok.
Potentially.
Although that usually does end up healing 2 at a time.
And you need to sack Kaliseth for that if you want to.
That is true.
So I don't know about that.
You're not going to sack Kaliseth.
Yeah. Blast Wave is 5 mana mage spell. Deal 2 damage to all minions. Overkill at a random mage spell to your hand.
Note, the overkill triggers on each minion that you overkill.
This card is insanely good. I mean, this card is amazingly good.
This card is only good with spell damage.
This card is fantastically good. This card is insane. This is going to be a really strong card. I think auto 5 stars. This card is great. Yeah, you got the we got it working with Thalnos. You got it working with the Celestial dudes who gives next spell has spell damage +2.
Oh yeah,
all that stuff. Really strong. I think Blast Wave is going to be amazing. I think this is going to be a huge card. 3 mana, 2/4 Mask Contender, neutral epic minion. Battle Cry: if you control a secret, play a secret from your hand. It's a way to cheat out another secret for decent stats. And this is probably gonna be most effective in Hunter, I believe.
So the idea is, we talked about how 3/4 are pretty good stats for a 3-drop. This is one lower in attack. It does give you a secret.
Cheat out a secret if you have one.
In Paladin, this is useless.
Yeah, Paladin secret
because it's just not value. In Rogue, you don't run enough secrets for that to be worth it, so it boils down to Secret Mage or Secret Hunter.
I think the Hunter secrets tend to be a little bit stronger anyway, and the Mage secrets, you often don't even control a secret on your own turn. Because a lot of the Mage secrets are triggering when your opponent does specific, like summons a minion or cast a spell.
I mean, theoretically, for 6 mana, you can play a secret and this, but...
Yeah, that's true.
But that's also, again, then you'd rather do it in Hunter, where you can play the exact same combination for 5.
And you can play 2 into 3. With
Yeah.
secret into this. So, I like this in Hunter the best. It might be pretty good. With the subject now in secret type
Yeah,
Hunter.
exactly.
Yeah. Serenite Taskmaster, 1 mana, 2/3. I like this card a lot. Just because of the flair. It has Death Rattle summon a 0/3 free agent with taunt for your opponent. It's a reference to the Chain Gang, man.
This seems like a really good card.
It seems like a pretty good card, yeah.
It's a 1 mana 2/3.
Yeah, it's a 1 mana 2/3.
And the downside only comes into play later.
Mm-hmm.
By that point, you probably have a board that can somewhat well deal with a 0/3.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, it still blocks 3 damage later.
Yeah.
But people have compared this, or a lot of people compared it to Zombie Chow. It's probably worse than Zombie Chow, but not that I ever played Zombie Chow, but I know what it is. But I mean, this card needs to be given some consideration. I don't hate it. I've always been thinking about, is there some type of combination where you play that, something, or Necrom Vial to just flood your opponent's board with 0/3s and I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, but then you'd have to have a strategy that kills your opponent ignoring the board because they have taunt, so it's not like...
Yeah, but something like that, right?
I mean, then you'd have to like
just
mass dispel it or something after that, but then...
Just some type of combo.
Yeah, maybe.
Because they're not going to hurt you with that. It's just an idea, but that would be a really cool thing to try out. But I like this. That's reference to the Chain Gang. There's a Chain Gang member in the background.
And of course, you can always silence it, theoretically.
Yeah. I'm assuming the free agent is going to be also like a gang member that just got hired. And he doesn't have his 2 attack yet because he hasn't been giving his pickaxe. But then when he gets his pickaxe, he then joins the gang and then he becomes a 2/3.
Yeah, anyways.
So is that how, if anyone else how this works?
4-mana Druid spell. Predatory Instincts. Draw a beast from your deck, double its health.
Pretty bad. 4 mana, draw 1? I don't think so.
Well, you do double its health.
Yeah.
But the question is, what exactly do you want double health on?
Which were Grizzly?
Yes.
Hedronox, not really.
Exactly, that's the thing, right?
Hedronox is just there to die anyway. It doesn't matter if it dies with 14 health or 7.
The only case in which it matters is if you're trying to keep the thing alive for as long as possible, which is mostly the case with taunts.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be played anywhere. Doesn't look that strong. Haunting Visions though looks pretty alright. 3 mana Shaman spell. The next spell you cast this turn costs 3 less. Also discover a spell. Primordial Glyph comes to mind.
Yes, but
so does Farsight.
But this is, on one hand, more flexible. Because it allows you to discover one spell and then cast another one at reduced cost.
However, only that turn.
Yes.
Which is a downside.
And it has the downside that it's weirdly enough another downside is that it's a bigger reduction.
Yeah.
Because it also it increases the cost of the card, and if you have a small card, it's not going to profit from the full effect.
Yeah.
That comes up very well.
So effectively, you could reduce it down to, if you're going to play, to 0 mana discover a spell. Which I don't know if that's going to be... not sure. But it looks alright. It's comparable to Farsight.
It also is you playing a spell, which can trigger some things, which I don't think is really relevant.
Not Shaman.
In Shaman, so yeah.
But we'll see where it goes. Princess Talanji, the Priest Legendary. 8 mana, 7/5. Battlecry, summon all minions from your hand that didn't start in your deck.
I like this.
I don't.
But I generally like anything that involves stealing strategies and RNG.
Yeah.
So
I don't.
I'm that type of person.
I don't. I like it when there's no RNG because that,
but
it's random.
Of course, that strategy of deck has never really been too huge. In Classic, I think there was a decent amount of people playing it for the hex every now and again, but never actually reliably playing it as a meta deck.
So something that this would work with Stonehill Defenders, stuff that can reliably generate minions.
Yes.
Soul Defenders, Curious Glimmerroot.
The worst part is the one thing that I instantly thought of that is a minion that Priest can reliably generate is a Mara Warden of Hope.
Yeah.
But you want it for its battle cry.
Yeah, you want the battle cry. Don't want it that way.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't see this making any specific deck viable. Next we have Murloc Tasty Fin, 4 mana, 3/2 creepy card art. Looks disgusting. It's a Murloc with Death Rattle. Draw 2 Murlocs from your deck.
Well, I mean, you gotta have some Murlocs in every expansion.
Doesn't look that good. It's a Death Rattle. It's too slow.
Yeah.
You want to draw on Battle Cry. You want to draw right away. Understated from Murlocs. That's a no-no. So, not gonna go anywhere. Overlord's Whip. Warrior Weapon. It's a warrior, right?
Yes.
3 mana, 2/4. After you play a minion, deal 1 damage to it. Don't like it.
I mean, that triggers all of the abilities that are whenever you take 1 point of damage, that kind of thing. There is a minion that does that.
Yeah.
There is some other ways you can do
You can trigger
this.
your own rage minions with that.
There was a boss with a passive hero power that did that. I think also had a similar art.
Yeah.
I think it was it was a whip, but it
was the Overseer Mogork.
Yes. I
played a lot of Dungeon Run.
I mean,
I think Blood Razor is just better.
It boils down to what you're trying to do.
If you have all the minions in your deck trying to take 1 damage, then yeah, you equip this and never take it off. But I don't know.
It also dies to weapon removal,
as does any weapon.
Yes, but if you have Blood Razor, it still procs.
Yeah,
and it procs twice. Once when you play it, once when it dies.
Right. So this doesn't lose durability when it deals 1 damage to a minion, which is, I guess, okay. So you could technically keep that up forever, just have it smack each minion when you played. But I don't know if that's going to be a defining idea. I think Blood Razor is more consistent and just will be relied on.
Yeah.
Or more. And some of the very newest cards that we have. First of all, Spirit of the Raptor.
It has stealth for 1 turn.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought?
1 mana.
Oh yeah, that too. After a hero attacks and kills a minion, draw a card.
Druid and their hero attack buffs. It's apparently a thing. A lot of cards have been hinting at that, and this is also another one. Now, we've already said that for this to work, you need to really, first of all, gain higher attacks and also kill several minions in that turn.
Yeah, and your hero can only attack once under usual circumstances. It's very unlikely for Druid to somewhat reliably get a Doomhammer, so there is that. There could be cards coming up that, like, give your hero Wind Fury, or your hero can attack as often as he likes, but he cannot attack face, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or just similar to the Mage one, where it's like, your hero's attack also damage to adjacent minions, something like that.
Something like that. It would have to happen. I mean, this is cheap Spirit, and if it draws you 2 cards, I guess that's good enough.
I feel like this is a similar problem like you have with cheap legendaries, where it's like, it's just weak because it's cheap, and
Patches was so weak.
Well, I know, but that's also one of those that I want like, the way this is, we can't have it.
Right.
So
yeah, we'll see how this goes.
This doesn't feel too strong without support.
We'll judge that again and in a better way once we see the rest of the set.
Again, it very much depends on the support it gets.
There'll be some crazy stuff coming out that makes this insane.
But for me, this basically is a 1 mana draw card.
Draw a card or draw 2. On this turn and next turn, maybe. At best. Doesn't look that strong right now. Next we have the Grifta, which is a legendary 4 mana 4/5 Chillwind Yeti, but power creep. Not even definitely power creep. Battlecry, discover 2 cards, give 1 to your opponent at random. It's a troll card, literally and figuratively.
Yes.
It's not going to see any constructed play. It's not viable, it's not good, but it's there.
The problem is,
it's Harbinger Celeste.
If you could at the very least choose which card you give to your opponent, this might be okay.
In that case, yeah, I'll take that.
As a matter of fact, it's pretty good then, but
that's pretty good.
The problem is,
you just 4 or 5 discover a card for yourself, and hopefully give your opponent junk. That's decent.
I said before that this card could work theoretically if you had a very specific game plan, and you could then discover cards for that your opponent can't really effectively use.
Yeah.
The problem is, it's discover any card, so the pool is way too large.
Exactly.
I don't think there's any class that would have many class cards that other classes just can't make use of. Because those are in the Discover pool as well, so
they
could somewhat reliably get class cards, but even then, your opponent can still get a use out of those.
I don't know, maybe you take it over Chillwind Yeti in Arena, maybe you don't. Not even sure on that. But yeah.
I mean, it's a slight tempo advantage, because you get to use your card first.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Maybe. If you know you're getting the better card, but you have to choose in a way that you don't know you're getting the better card.
Yeah, but the idea is you choose 2 cards that you could both play on that turn after the Grifta himself.
Exactly.
And then you have a slight tempo advantage because you had that card earlier.
Correct.
That's still so small that... Because if you play it early, your opponent's going to have a tempo advantage, or at least a card advantage. So, it's actually... If you're playing it early, it's worse than Chillwind Yeti.
Yeah, it's not going to be anywhere near constructed play. Venusaur is a Mage Elemental 6 mana 3/3. Battlecry, if you played an Elemental last turn, deal 3 damage to all other minions. That's not good.
The problem is, what this card says is control Elemental Mage. And the one Elemental Mage that existed, which never was popular to begin with, wasn't a control deck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
This is not going to do the whole hero power control style either. This doesn't go... I think it's just pack filler. Goes nowhere.
I mean, it's just a combo.
Duskbreaker is a lot better. Not that good. One that was recently revealed, the Ferraki Battle Axe. 5 mana, 3/3 Paladin weapon. Overkill, give a minion in your hand +2/2.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm still not sure what to think about this.
Neither am I. This is a... I don't know.
Because if you could get this up reliably, the numbers don't sound bad.
They don't sound bad, but I'll stick with Valanier, I guess.
Also,
4+2 buff
hand buff Paladin has never really been that much of a thing, even when Mean Streets was around, which was the strongest expansion for hand buffs. And I don't know.
I mean, I'm not sure how well it goes in the control style healing. If this is really necessary.
I mean, it has to be a control deck because it's a 5 mana weapon.
Exactly. I'd probably have Crucible Champion just instead of that because it heals.
Yeah.
So, not sure where this is going. Rocky Battle Axe, see if there's...
Although, True Silver also does have a problem that it doesn't heal 3 for the counter from the vendor.
That's correct. If you're playing the Super Vendor, which you're probably not. I don't know. Grim Rally is a 1 mana Warlock spell, and it destroys a friendly minion and gives your minions +1/+1.
I could see this in Zoo.
Yeah, maybe. If you have a really wide board and there's some really small dudes sitting around there.
I mean, basically, if you have a 1/1, it suffices if you have 2 other minions for this to be okay. If you have 3 more, this is good.
And again, what are you taking out of Zoo at this point? I'm just not sure if this is reliable enough to, do anything with it.
I mean, the idea of a Zoo deck is to swarm the board, so this could work.
I don't see it.
Whether or not it will, we'll see.
I don't see it right now. 1 mana Shaman spell, Totemic Smash. Deal 2 damage with Overkill, summon a basic totem. Now, this is not a bad card in terms of just the way it is designed. It's more like, what can Shaman do with this?
Most of the time, this feels like it's going to be a 1 mana deal 2.
Yeah, which is okay. I mean, it's Holy Smite.
Yeah.
Can go face as well.
It's Arcane Shot.
Or that, yeah.
I always thought it was interesting that those 2 cards are identical.
Well, yeah, different classes.
Yeah, but otherwise they are identical, and they've both been class. But anyways,
correct.
Yeah. So it's a good card.
That's a good card.
It's a bit more versatile than those.
Not sure if it sees play.
Because if you're gonna kill a 1 health minion, you're also getting a slight bonus out of it.
It's a good swing. It's say you go second and your opponent plays a 1/1 or something like that. You smack it off and you instantly swing with the hero power on top, basically.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
That one guy that summons Alakir when you have all 4 basic totems.
But how's that gonna happen from just that?
No, but I'm saying that makes it easier theoretically to get that condition.
But that's never gonna be played ever.
No.
That's just way too hard. If there was a way to summon all 4 basic totems immediately, maybe. This way, no.
Just saying that makes it slightly more likely.
It is a thing. And the recent card that's been revealed, Spirit of the Frog, which is also a Shaman card. The Shaman Spirit, stuff for 1 turn, we know that. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a spell from your deck that costs 1 or more.
That costs 1 more.
Oh, that costs 1 more. Oh, it says 1 more. Correct.
Then the previous spell you cast. Yeah. The idea is this allows you to perfectly curve out your spells. And you said before it's kind of similar to Auctioneer.
Yeah, Gadget's an Auctioneer.
This, I feel, is more reliable in that you're guaranteed to draw a spell, which can then proc the frog again.
Spell.
You also know how much it's going to cost.
So you can basically aim pretty much exactly what type of spell you want. For example, you cast this specific spell, you want a Volcano, so you need to cast, Tidal Surge. Is Tidal Surge 4? Or was it 5?
I think it's 4. Anyways, the point is, you could theoretically build your entire deck in such a way that you can very reliably get one specific thing.
Yeah.
How that's gonna end up being played,
I don't know.
Or if at all it's gonna be played, who the fuck knows?
Exactly. So, but yeah, it's some cycle, it's some card draw, for sure.
Yeah.
And might be okay. Might be okay in a walkie. I don't know. It's always the idea of like how can the current established decks fit this stuff in. I mean, a lot of stuff rotates, so we'll have to eventually rebuild our ideas a little bit. And then maybe this stuff is coming up and might be a strong replacement. But we'll see about that. So that's all the ones we've gotten so far. There is going to be more cards revealed when this video goes live, though.
Yeah, but that is just the nature of this.
Yeah,
Those
that's how it
videos take time to edit, and
we can't do
also
it
have
right
to record
beforehand.
at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So if there's any more right now, though, and judges on that, we'll cover those in the next one.
exactly.
And by then, probably most of those are going to be out. Because the expansion is dropping in a few weeks. So, leave some hype for that. Which one of those is your favorite card? I like Teemo a lot. Teemo looks pretty strong. Also, Blast Wave and Taskmaster just because of chain gangs.
Yeah, I'm honestly at this point not even sure which deck I want to play in the expansion, or what cards I want to play. Honestly, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's tough. I haven't figured it out yet, but we know this expansion is going to be a strong one in terms of just strength of the cards because it's the last expansion of the year. So it tends to be the strongest, and we'll see what else they are coming up with. Still have a bunch of legends to be revealed.
Yeah.
Well. So stay hyped for that. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Been working overtime to bring this to you, so please appreciate it. Would be appreciated on all parts. Subscribe to Trashcan TV, more Hearthstone news on a weekly basis, and Hearthstone gameplay during the week as well. Playing tournaments currently, and as I've mentioned before, Trash Talk podcast every Saturday night, which means there was one yesterday. Go check it out if you got some time. And thank you for watching. We're going to see you in the next one. JJ.
That's it.
That's it.